I want to talk about on being a witness to a historical events where I consider the reflection of the U.S. in a way that will impact global interactions, interface, history books, almost like the Roman Empire and the Greek Empire, all these different empires. But I also want to make sure that I say that people initially will say, like, what's becoming of us? But I would challenge that and say, how is that not ever not been us, right? What we have done is normalize a standard of practice of oppression on people within the country who we consider as by defined marginalized, therefore oppressed. And so it's not shocking when they get oppressed, but when we start seeing it happening to those who don't typically get oppressed, and we start seeing our behavior globally, it does something to us, right? The other piece that I need to make sure I highlight as we bear witness to Christian nationalism at its worst, and it's always been this way, right? That we use Christian symbols and ideologies and we overlay them for power and in idealistic patriotism that's really about taking and not becoming. So I want to talk about on being a witness. This is not just about what was said. It's about what happens after it is said. There was a statement that was made to imagine the death of an entire civilization. Not a metaphor. Not something whispered in some historical event, but in real time, out loud. And the beginning of any destruction in terms of our civilization does not begin in its actions, it begins in its language. And the world didn't stop. We read it, we react, we move on. And that is so unsettling to me. Because history is not only shaped by those who wield the power, it is shaped by who witnesses, and they decide what's normal. We decide what's normal. Empires don't unravel all at once. They unravel when the language stretches beyond what should be acceptable. And no one pulls it back. They unravel when the unimaginable becomes speakable and the speakable tolerable. And eventually, what's tolerated is possible. Man, that's the adversary at its best. And that's not about a leader. It's about a people who can hear the possibility of mass death and remain intact enough to continue your day. And the silence is not neutral. I really don't even know how to navigate this. It's a quiet agreement that something can be said without consequence. And history would not ask us what was done in this moment. It would ask us what was allowed. I wish I had an answer outside of the one that we cannot allow the Christian faith being hijacked all the time. Look at what we're doing. It is extraordinarily painful. I can only pray for us all. I have no words on what next steps could be because I just can't believe the language is acceptable. that the darkness doesn't have to hide. I don't know.